I'm Billiam, and we are the Digi-Dudes! Happy Father's Day to all you Digitastic dads out there, because as of recording this, today is Father's Day. So this is going to air a little bit after Father's Day, but we hope you guys had an amazing day, all you Digitastic dads. And because it's Father's Day, we are going to be talking about my favorite Digivice of all time, the Japanese D3. So, let's get right into it. Digi-Dude, start us off with an intro. Like I said, we're going to be talking about the Japanese D3 Digivice, which is a bit different, well, I should say absolutely different than the Western English release that we got here in America, the UK, and some other places around the world. This one is a completely different device, 100%. So, I actually have, in the Japanese versions, they were released in versions 1, versions 2, versions 3, and then the special edition versions. I have both version 1s right here and one of the version 2s. I collect these. They've become very hard to find, and that's why I only have 3 so far, but one day, Holy Grail, I will have all of them, because, again, they're my favorite devices. I love them so much. And then between the version 1, 2, and 3, they all play slightly differently, and we're going to talk about that, and we're going to compare the version 1 and version 2 as we go through the video also. Now, the version 1s came out in the all-black, best-looking Digivice ever made, Ken's Digivice right here, the Wormmon version, and then we have the Davis one, the Vmon version. So let's take a better look at them right here.
I don't see how the Wormmon is that much better.
The all black, in my opinion, with the white highlight buttons here really just makes it, Digi-Dude. I think that is just the slickest, nicest looking Digivice we've ever had. But maybe it's just because I'm an edgelord.
So you're Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yup. Now, So both of these were actually my brothers. This one was my brother Kai's, and this one was my brother Sean's from when we were kids. This one, the screen doesn't work on it. The buttons work, and it makes sound, and everything seems to be functioning fine. When I push all the buttons, it makes all the correct sounds to the correct screens, but the screen itself doesn't work. So if anyone knows how I can fix this, or anyone who can fix it, please let me know. If you want to DM me on Instagram, or Discord, or let me know in the comments. I'd greatly appreciate that. But this one works amazing. If you guys saw my Instagram stories, you guys saw me repair it, and my YouTube shorts, we went through a whole repair video on this, where I fully restored it, where the screen was all scratched up, you barely could see it, and then all the rubber was all faded and everything, so I went through the whole device, I cleaned it up, and now restored this.
You even replaced all the rubber?
I didn't replace the rubber. I was able to clean the rubber with special rubber cleaning video stuff. Oh. So if you guys want to know how I did that, just go check out my YouTube shorts, and you can see that video there. Now, what makes this one particularly cool, in my opinion, outside of the design itself and the color scheme, is that it had a ton of connectability to it. It's got a standard 2-prong connection here, and it also had this special port here where you could plug it in and connect it to the Wonder Swan to unlock special things that way. And it was also released side by side with the Digimon Terminal, which was another separate device that I was able to connect to do special things with. So that's the version 1. I am very lucky to have a version 2 still in the box. Now, this wasn't sealed. It was open and
It
everything.
looks like it got burned by the sun.
It is sun bleached. You are absolutely right. Whoever had this probably left it up on the shelf in a very sunny room, and that's what did it. But the fact that I have it and I'm able to display it in the box means a ton to me. Now, the major differences between the versions is what Digimon you can get. On the version 1, they both play exactly the same. There's no difference on that at all. It's just color schemes of the outside is what makes them different. But you can only get Vmon and Wormmon on this in all of their respective evolutions. Now, on the version 2, you can get Hawkmon and Tailmon on them, is what it is. So let's pop this bad boy open and we'll take a look at it. This is so, I love unboxing this every time because it makes me feel like I'm getting a brand new device every time I open it.
Except there's no tape.
Yeah. Technically, I am also missing the instruction manual, but I'm not heartbroken about that.
It's just instructions.
Yeah. Now, this device looks absolutely awesome too, but you can see on this one, the white rubber has faded a lot, and there's really not much you can do about that. It's just the fact that it is. You could try to replace them, I guess, but I don't know where you would ever find replacements. Now, speaking of the fact that it's got rubber is a major difference in the English release. I don't have any of the English ones, but I had them as a child. But on the Japanese versions, these handle grips on the side are all rubber. The buttons here are rubber, and the power button is rubber. And then this is a plastic button here. But the really cool thing about these devices is that they time out to save batteries, and then you push these power button here to get it going again. We got one, there we go. So we got Wormmon and Hawkmon going right here. Now, that's the big difference between them, is what Digimon you can get, and there's actually different boss battles on here on who you can fight. So, Digi-Dude, you can hang out and play with one while I show off the other. Which one do you want to play with? Go with the Wormmon? Yeah, go with that one for now. They function exactly the same. The only difference is I have almost 100%ed that one, and this one I'm still working on here.
Keep walking.
So, one feature about this that a lot of other Digivices don't have is that the Digimon actually go to sleep at a certain time. And that is to ensure that kids don't stay up all night long playing with their devices. Because these were actually child toys back in the day. Again, they also have the port there too. I just want to show that. Now, let's actually go through and look at the device itself and all the options. So this is going to bring you to your options right here. Now, this egg here is all your Digimantles. Because on the Japanese devices, each Digimon has a different evolution depending on what mantle you use with them. Unlike the English one, which just follows the anime only. So Hawkmon can use every one of these Digimantles, which I have them all unlocked already, but let's talk about them and we'll talk about what all these things on the screen means. So here's the Courage, here is Friendship, here is Miracles, Love, Sincerity, Intelligence, Reliability, then we have Light, Hope, and Kindness.
What about Brave?
It's actually Courage in the English dub. It's Bravery in the Japanese, Courage in the English dub. Now, you can see there's a number right up there in the corner of how many you have. If we go to some of the other ones I might have more of. There we go. You can see I have 2 of them there because these are tradable and consumable. If you lose too many times while using a Digimantle, then your Digimantle will break on you and you gotta get a new one. And then you could also trade them between devices by linking them and trading Digimantles. And then also, in order to get new Digimantles, you have to encounter them 3 times. So that's what each one of these bars here are on the bottom. This one, I don't have any of them full. And as you can see here with the Intelligence one, I have 2 of them full. So if I get a third encounter with it, I can get a third copy of it, is the way that works. And then if you push it again, that just shows you all the ones you have here. Now if we go back, we can go to the training. There's 2 different styles of training on here because there's 2 different styles of battles you'll have. Now if we go to this top training here, this one is the shaking training. If you see that style, you need to shake it. I got a 17, which isn't bad. When I mean style, I mean that bordering around it. Still not doing great. You got to get double hits. But every successful time you do that, your Digimon will actually get stronger. Every time you have a successful training. And then if we go here to this one, if you see this bordering, it's a button mash is what you have to do. Which I always prefer the button mash. It's way easier. I still didn't do as well in the button mash after I say that. But each Digimon also has a preferred style too. And Hawkmon clearly likes the button mash more.
I think I died in training.
Oh no. It's just not a successful training is what it was. Then here is how you actually get Digimantles. Now, it's really kind of cool and a neat feature they had back in the day, which has actually become very hard to use. So what you do is you click this, and now you have to hold the device up to or next to anything that puts off an AM wave. So now, and you gotta wait until it says complete and it says catch. And apparently my phone worked for it, which not every phone does. And as we saw, I got another piece of the Digimantle of Light. You can also encounter one of the 3 I forget what they're actually called. They're called Devas in the Digimon Tamers, but I forget what they originally were called here. And then this is... You're trying to get it?
Work.
It's hard with the phone. I always found it easier with my old TV I have that I use for playing vintage games. Nope, it's just not working for you. And then we go to connections. Now this is where things get kind of complicated with this device because it has a ton of different connection styles on it. And it's got to remember all the Japanese on here. So now the first connection is Digivice. Second connection is D-Terminal, and the third connection is Wonder Swan. Now, if you go to here, the D-Terminal... Oh, here, let me swap it off so I can show everybody what we have to do. So you're going to fight a Monochromon with our Wormmon.
Yes.
So then now, we have straight battle go in with Wormmon.
Evolve.
We have Digivolve with a Digimantle, Digivolve on his own, or switch to Vmon. So you want to go normal Digivolution or a Digimantle?
Digimantle!
Okay, and we're going to go with the Digimantle of Miracles because that is the strongest Digimantle you have, and it's the equivalent of using a Mega level Digimon. And now we have the button mash, which is going to be randomized which one you have to do. If it's button mash or shake. Got a 15. Hopefully that will be enough. We got a double hit.
15 times 2 equals 30.
You're right about that. So we got another double hit, but he dodged it. Oh, we got hit with his single hit. No, double hit as in 2 attacks happening right there, Debbie Dude.
So it's
and
2
then
times 15. 30.
We just defeated him.
Yippee!
No, 1 blast takes out 1 line of health. A double hit takes out 2 lines of health, is what's happening.
Oh.
And that's how battles work. Thank you for showing off. If you get another battle, we'll Digivolve and we'll show that one too. So shake it some more, Debbie Dude.
Shake it, shake it!
Now we'll go back to connections here. Now this is how we connect to the D-Terminal. For different things, we can do battles, we can do Digimantle transfers, and things like that. This is how you connect to the Wonder Swan, and then by connecting to the Wonder Swan is the only way to unlock your Mega Evolution. Can I actually see that one real quick, Digi-Dude? So on this device, the only Mega Evolution... So on this device is the only thing I'm missing is the Mega Evolution, because I do not have the Wonder Swan or the Japanese Digimon game you need in order to do that. So Wormmon's Mega Evolution is actually Grandis Coagumon, and then Vmon's Mega Evolution is Imperial Ultramon. So regretfully, those are the only two Digimon I'm missing on this device. But on this one, the Mega Evolutions are different, and I believe it's Valkyriemon for Hawkmon, and I believe it's Megadramon for Tailmon. And then if we go to connection again, and we go up here to Digivices, then we have battle, transfer of Digimantles, and then I don't remember what that one does. I forget. And if we go here, we can do D3 Digivice battle, a regular Digivice battle, a pendulum battle, and then I believe this is a digital monster battle. They have their own subcategories depending on which device you are trying to battle. And then we go to the floppy disk here, which is our win-loss record, and that only counts for connection battles. It doesn't count for any other type of battle. And then here is our med pack. If we get injured, this is how we heal. And that is all of our main options. Now, if we push this button here, it shows us our map. Each map looks the same, and there's only 3 spots you can go to on the map, but they have a lot of steps it takes to get there. So if we push the button again, it shows us our current amount of steps we have, and we push it again, it shows us the amount of steps we got to get to the next spot on the map. A really fun and awesome feature is on these devices is that once you hit 130,000 steps, you can unlock all of the boss Digimon you've already defeated, and use them in connection battles. Not regular battles on the device, but connection battles. And then the final button option we have is this top button here, which will show us our Digimon, Hawkmon and Tailmon here. And if we click on Hawkmon, we can look at Hawkmon himself and his stats. Then if we go here, we can go to Hawkmon's Digimantle Evolutions. So we can look at each one on who they Digivolve into for each Digimantle. And I think that is particularly awesome. It's one of my favorite features. There's Halsamon, Shurimon. I love his Digimantle of Intelligence evolution. It's one of my favorite Digimon. He's so cute. And that's one of my favorite features in this device, is being able to look at them all like that. And then here, we got Aquilamon, and I have not yet unlocked Sophiamon.
Is this one evolving with the mantle?
Here, let's bring them over here.
I want to fight him, though.
I want to show the evolution this time. So now if we go here to, you can do the next one, Digi-Dude. So we go to Digivolve here. Oh no, sorry, it's not Digivolve, that's the switch to Digimon Partner. And I can look at the Digimon I've already used and defeat them. I thought I could only use them in connection battles. I didn't realize I can use them in straight battles too. You want to use Black War Greymon?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. And this is going to be button mash again. I'm sorry, dudes. I'm so happy I was able to show this off this way and correct that. But let's show off Black War Greymon versus Black Tyrannomon.
Oh.
Well, that was a big hit I took. And he dodged. I dodged.
Beat him up.
Come on, Black War Greymon. That was a massive amount of damage I did. Like I said, training up your Digimon will also help you increase the amount of damage you can do. But you can't train Black War Greymon, so it's whatever Digimon that you're using.
I think we're gonna lose.
Yeah. It's gonna be a close one here.
No matter what, if we do win, it's gonna be extremely close.
Yeah. Now in this one, unlike some of the other Digivices where it's just the first to 3, like the closest, whoever has the most health after 3 attacks, it goes back and forth until somebody does lose the battle.
Please end this now!
Oh my gosh, it's whoever takes the next hit!
No!
Oh no! Black War Greymon! Alright, buddy. You battle away now. Oh, you gotta heal him up. So we'll just do the med pack to show everybody how it works. And that's it. Healed up. That's all that button does. Alright, play away, buddy.
Yay!
And then, what else were we showing? Oh, yeah. I was showing that we had Aquilamon, but we do not have Sophiamon. And the Get Evolutions on this device is actually really fun and different. So, you have to get certain Digimantles for Hawkmon to Digivolve into Aquilamon. And then you have to get a different combination of Digimantles for Tailmon to Digivolve into... I believe it's actually just Tailmon with the ring. So let's check them out. So we go here. And then we go here. Yup. It's just Tailmon. So Tailmon digivolves into Tailmon. But once you get to... I know, it's really weird on that aspect. Because Tailmon's already a champion level or adult level.
She is?
Digimon, yeah.
I thought she was child level.
No, that's what you think because she's a Digidestined partner, and all the other Digidestined had child level Digimon.
She looks like a child level Digimon.
She does too, I agree. So, but if you have all of the Digimantles like we do on here, then you'll have both evolutions unlocked. Now, the way you Digivolve into your ultimate level, which for the version 1s are both Jogress type evolutions, you have to connect 2 version 1s together and battle against each other with the respected Digimon.
Look,
so Stingmon and XVmon have to battle against each other, and then once you do, you'll unlock Dinobimon and you'll unlock Pyildramon.
Can you see that?
Absolutely.
Wait, look. What
am I looking at?
They're using the fusion dance.
Now, I only have one version 2, so I haven't been able to connect to another version 2 to actually Digivolve into Sophiamon and Anjawumon yet. And then, like I said, you got to connect it to the Wonder Swan in order to Digivolve past that. You got to do a battle with one of those Digimon in order to Digivolve past that form. Some of you have probably noticed that the version 2 does not look like any other D3 that you've seen before, because it was released in 2 different color schemes, just like the version 1 was. It was released in Yoli's red and white, and then this is the Jogress color of the 2 of them together, which, as you guys know from the anime, or might not know, the anime was an inverse red and white. So on the normal one you can get, the handle grips were red, and the handle grips were red. And then this blue part was white, and then on the Jogress version in the animes, the blue part was red, and the handle grips were white. I don't know this for a fact. This is my suspicion. I believe the toy was created before Sophiamon's appearance in the anime. So by the time the toy was released, the colors were already set on the toy and they couldn't have changed it to match the anime. I don't know which one got it mixed up. This is my theory, because it makes complete sense on why it worked out this way. Is that the anime might have gotten the color, might have just picked colors and did it that way, or if they were supposed to be this originally and then the anime got it wrong, or which way it worked out, I'm not sure, but that's what ended up happening, and that's what this particular Digivice is supposed to be. It's supposed to be the Sophiamon Jogress Digivice. Now, they also, the version 3 is, I forget his name, the one with Armadillomon's Digivice, and then they never released, just like they didn't release TK's Digivice, just like they didn't release Kari's Digivice. For whatever reason, they had a Jogress version of it, and the Jogress version for the TK, the version 3 one, is completely different than what it looked like in the anime.
18.
Awesome. Awesome, buddy! And it looked completely different than it did in the anime. I think it has an amazing color scheme, personally. And it's, again, a device I really want to have. Eventually, one day, I will have all of them. And then I mentioned that they came out with a special edition versions, which is a re-release of the version 1, but instead of having white plastic, it has clear plastic with the blue handle grips and the black antenna and the black buttons here like this. And then it's also released in the anime-accurate Paildramon color scheme, too. The Jogress color scheme of them is what it was, is how they were released. And that sums up the Japanese D3 Digivices. You guys don't actually know this, fun fact too, the name D3 refers to the fact that it is the Digivice 3. Because in the original Digimon Tamer manga there, which, I gave them all to you. We have the English print. I printed out all the English volumes and put them in like a comic book form and bound them and everything. And I give them the Digi-Dude to read. The V-Tamer mangas.
Yes. I love
there.
them.
There is a tie in that. He's not the same tie as the anime. And he actually has a Vidramon as his Digimon partner.
Named Zero Maru.
Exactly.
I named a fish after Zero Maru.
You did have a pet beta fish named Zero Maru for a long time. And then his Digivice is a wrist one that he wore, and that is the first Digivice ever. And then this is called a D2 Digivice because it's the second version of the Digivice.
And this
it's what actually appears in the anime as the first time we see a Digivice, and then this is called the D3 Digivice because it was the third Digivice that was created.
D3, there are 3 of them.
We have 3 D3s. You're absolutely right about that.
The 3 D3s.
So, again, these play completely different than the English ones. The English device, they completely remade and made their own device. The Digivice itself is smaller. It's a slightly different shape. It's more rounded on the sides and less elongated than these ones are. There's no rubber on them at all. And the screen size is much smaller. Not on the English D3. I don't own one. You've never used one. The buttons are plastic on that one.
I thought you were talking about the D2.
No.
The D2 does have rubber.
Yeah, the D2, all the Japanese ones, all the Japanese Digivices had rubber buttons on them.
This one has rubber buttons over here.
Oh yeah, that's the version 20 right there. Yeah.
This one.
DM version 20.
It has rubber buttons.
Yep. So, what was Daddy just saying? Oh, the differences between them. And then the English D3 has a much smaller screen. It's still the same width, but it's not nearly as tall. So the sprites are completely different sprites on them also. And then, like I said, you can only use the Digimantles that are associated with that Digimon from the anime. So, for example, Hawkmon can only use the Digimantle of love and sincerity, cannot use courage, friendship, like all the other ones we just saw there. So, I think it's time we just battle them, Digi-Dude. Let's show a connection battle.
Yes.
Alright. So, I'm going to pick a Digimon, and then you pick a Digimon. Do you remember how to get to the connection battle? Yeah. You got to push the power button when the screen goes dark.
Power!
Power! Okay.
Power! Yo.
So that one's connection. I got a pretty decent number here. And now it says connect.
Oh.
Okay. So now I'm going to do this over here on camera.
Do it. Connect it. Connect it. Please, connect it.
Connect. Black War Greymon!
Yep.
Alright, Halsamon's got this. With the wings of love.
No.
Come on, Halsamon!
Dang it! No.
Halsamon's kicking butt right now. He's gonna beat Black War Greymon. I know it.
Please turn around! What is this thing doing?
That's what I'm talking about! Way to go, Halsmon! Wings of love for the win! And as you saw, nothing happened there. But if this was two of the same versions, we would have ended up unlocking something by battling against each other. Now again, this one is my favorite Digivice ever made right here. It was my holy grail device for the longest time. I was looking for one and always trying to find one. And then one day, my mommy called me and said, I found a bunch of your guys' toys and things in the basement when I was cleaning up. Do you want them? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Let's see what we got. And I open it up, and both of these Digivices were in there with a couple of our other childhood devices and things like that. And I couldn't freaking believe it. I lost my mind. I thought these were gone forever. And like I said, I really want to repair this one. If anyone can help me, please let me know down in the comments what I can do. Let me know in the comments too, guys, if you have one of these, if you love them. If this is the first encounter you guys have with the Japanese ones and only the English ones, let me know. Let's have a conversation about them. But please help me, guys, restore this one. It functions except for the screen. I don't know what the problem is yet. I haven't actually popped it open, but I'm not well-knowledged enough to tell what it might be. If there's a common issue, please let me know, guys. As always, I want to do huge shout-outs to our Patreon supporters and our YouTube members. You guys are absolute legends. Thank you so much for helping support the channel here. If you guys don't actually know, we're getting ready to launch our own trading card game also called Clash of Fates TCG. We're super excited about this. Keep up with us on our social medias there, or go check out Clash of Fates TCG on Instagram to follow us there. We do card lore, card reveals there, lots of backstories, and keep you guys up to date for when the official launch is happening. We're launching with 2 starter decks. We've got the Digi-Dudes Dark Sorcerer deck, and we've got Billiam the Bear King deck, and then we're also going to be launching with a Dude promo pack, which has a whole set of holographic promo cards that are related to Dude and his playstyle of the Knight class.
And some special cards there that will totally help when making your Dude deck.
Exactly. So we're really excited about those things, guys. Keep on following us. Keep along with us for that. Make sure you giggle blast that like button.
And touch the subscribe button down below.
So you don't miss out on anything, any videos we post, and anything about the Clash of Fates when it launches, because we are super excited about this. Digi-Dudes and I have been working so hard on this card game for so long, and we can't wait to show it off to you guys some more. And actually, very soon, we're going to be ordering our first demo decks of the printing to see how it is and get our first holographics in hand. We're really excited about that. So once again, huge shout outs and thank you to everybody who's actually helped support that also. And let me know, like I said in the comments, what do you guys think of the Japanese D3s, because they are my favorite Digivices. I cannot wait for the D3 color to come out next month. Alright guys, as always, from me, my family, to you, have a Digitastic day!